So Myles Garrett talked yesterday just about all the additions on defense, including Jim Schwartz, and what it means to the unit.
He's one of those guys I mentioned earlier with was a lighthearted, great sense of humor, fun guy, but has a lot of knowledge to bring to the room and plenty of experience. More experience than I believe anyone else in our D-line room. And he's been there. He's been to the precipice. He's been to the top of the hill, and he knows what it's supposed to look like. He's worked with some of the very best in the game, and we just have to be willing to listen. We have to be give him our undivided attention and allow him to lead us when the time comes.
With Jim Schwartz's fiery personality, does it take a while to get used to that?
I've had a couple fiery personalities.
Has he gotten in your face at all yet? I mean, it seems like he's that kind of guy.
If he does, just listen. I know, and we know that he wants the best for us. He's excited. He's excited for this opportunity that he has working with this team, and we should be just as excited and fired up, that he's here and he's so fired up about winning with this team and putting his best foot forward. He came here because he knew this team really had a chance to be special, and we have to. And we'd be remiss in letting him down and letting ourselves down if we didn't take that opportunity by the horns and just go.
And obviously, Za'Darius Smith is who Myles Garrett was speaking about before Jim Schwartz. But again, those are the type of things you want to hear as training camp wraps up. You can't tell a lot, but you get a sense. The guys on defense think they're not coming out and saying we can be great, but they're coming out and saying, we have the pieces there to be a really good unit.
Yeah, and they know that. They see it in the practice room. They see it translates. And going from what they went to last year, where they couldn't stop the run, people would run for 150, 160, 107 yards, and then they couldn't stop the pass. So, because they had missed assignments and busted coverages. So, if you can just eliminate half of those, look how many plays that you left on the field where you could have possibly got points for. And I like what he says. He didn't throw anybody under the bus like, Malik Jackson or different people who's questioning his leadership style. And I always just I always go to this, man. When you're in corporate America, and I used to do hiring, when I was hiring somebody, I needed to make sure that they were able to do something regardless of leadership, right? You were your own self-starter. The Cleveland Browns, if they want to get to a place where they're in contention for playoffs and contending each and every year, you need people that are self-disciplined, self-motivated, and that's going to help and go out and find different ways to get better. And sometimes I think in our city especially, is we need to have somebody we can point to that said, this is the reason that the Cleveland Browns aren't good is because of that. And so instead of being able to break it down in layers to say, well, the Browns have a problem with special teams, why? Is it, if the Browns have a special team on defense, why? All of those things are you're trying to diagnose and figure out. And if you go about doing that, one of the things I think that's going to make the Cleveland Browns just a more overall solid team in general is if the players are all bought in to their assignments and what we need to do, and the coaches are saying, I'm dialed into my assignment, what we need to do, and they come together and say, man, if you just do your job, everything will be great. And so good job on Za'Darius Smith. I want Myles Garrett to go out there, raise havoc, get the quarterback, and I want Za'Darius Smith to do the same thing. But I need them to be self-motivated to do it. Leadership sounds good. Leadership is something that you definitely need. But guess what? You can get that from a lot of places. A coach can give you that, a general manager can get a quarterback, a running back, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, everybody has to carry their own weight and be mature themselves.